Strength, big cat. Strength. Namaste. Namaste. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Big cat, come in. Come on. I've got intel. They're all under judgment, big cat. Oh, yes, they are. Because there's this thing called what? In religion, it's called spirit. In science, they call it energy. On the streets, they call it a vibe. They understood what they did, darling dear. And some of their judgments is to live without you, big cat, for air. For air. The planetary energies today, as we dive into this little peccadillo of what's going on. The Aquarius moon connects with Saturn, allowing you to find comfort in your daily ministrations, darling dears, how you get great. Your time management skills are on point, darling dear. You need what? Gold star for the big cat. Engaging with the material world can help you connect with your gratitude, darling dear. When you sit on your seat of righteousness and look around you, cast your eye around you, big cat. Look at what you've achieved. The moon in the air sign of Aquarius, because the moon can be skullduggerous, yes it is. But it's in Aquarius, darling dear, which piques your curiosity and puts you in a chatty mood. This bump. The energy can be more potent as an aspect forms between the moon and Uranus. I've told you many times, my darling dear big cat. Uranus is the 8th planet, about freedom, progress. It's about the rebellion in you, darling dear. You became a rebel and a rogue. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Everyone is hungry for attention and social connection at this moment in time. But be wise, darling dear, because some of they, them and is under judgment. Remember I told you that as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides, from Ketha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies, up, big cat, as we dive in. Right, let's kick off this little melee with a runestone. See what's going on, darling dears. Can you see everything? Right. Oh, a sneaky one. Oh, good golly and gosh, darling dear. We have Gebo, represented by the lovers in tarot, the Gemini energy. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury, the planet of what? Communications, darling dears. It's also the planet of what? Reason and expression as well as movement. This also speaks about what? Gifts being granted unto thee at this present moment. It also speaks about the personal relationship you have with yourself, darling dear. Coming into what? One mind and of accord with the Most High. Father God, Mother Isis, represented by the number 24, 25, 26, and 27. It also speaks about trade, the trade of energies, darling dears. While in juxtaposed to that, darling dear, somebody has or had been greedy. They are now sitting in the seat of loneliness and obligation to circumstances that they forged in the crevice of the devil's balls. Fist bump. Remember I told you that. Big cat. The energy of the lovers, Gemini. It's about what? Being attractive, or what's being attracted to you. Some of you are being attracted to a short trip or being pushed to make a trip, darling dears. It's also what? A deep love or even a trust. The trust of the Most High and self, darling dear, as you come in communion with your higher self. As you see things that you didn't see before, darling dear. Why? You was too busy pacing, following those under judgment. Walk your own path, dear darling dears. Your path is fraught and filled with gifts, but you have to be prepared to understand they can't all go with you. Remember, spirit, energy, and vibe. Ending of a cycle, darling. Whenever you see the elastic band break, there's an ending of a cycle. Or somebody's, what the other shoes dropped in someone's situations. I put this line on the table. I'm telling you, it's a line of troubles for me. It's always moving around. As they were, darling dear, moved around by spirit. Good golly and gosh, somebody wants intimacy with you, darling dear. Somebody wants to be in your loving embrace. They want to what? Share intimate secrets. Really? Be careful, darling dear. Sometimes a listening ear is a running mouth. Sometimes a listening ear is what? Looking to get recon on you, darling dear. Base of the deck. What did I say? Someone is wanting connections. It could be you or them, darling dear. But Divine wants you to realize that you have the whole deck, darling dear. You are what? The big cat in the deck. Never you forget that. Manifestation mode, darling dear. Somebody's trying to manifest you back into their situation. They're trying to use what? A kind of a ghost kind of thing, darling dear. They're ghosting you to see if you'll take the bite it, and go into whatever they've got for you on their tableau of what? Fucking knees, blood. Yeah. No, we're gonna go with the wisdom of the oracle. Two cards, please. Thank you. Yeah. Rejection is God's protection, darling dear. Gratitude for what you are, what? Co-creating in the name of the Most High. You have to understand you had to create that halcyon for your own sake. You had to realize that only you can save yourself physically, darling dear. But spirit always had your back. When they did what they did to you, darling dears, they didn't realize your spiritual ranking. They didn't realize that you was what? Endurance personified. You are the proverbial tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race, but always with gratitude for every step you take in the right direction, darling dear, being guided from the inside out. It also speaks about what? Contract. Somebody was rejected for a contract, but you have to understand it was not the right correction for you, darling dear. Base of the deck. What did I say? Slow and steady wins the race. Perseverance, darling dear. Some of you are feeling impatient that you are not where you want to be at this moment in time. But Divine has a master plan for you. Why? Because you volunteered for this shiznai, darling dears. You did. Let's get right up in there and see what's going on, darling dears. Base of the deck, refusing to see Two of Swords. Somebody has a decision that they have to make, and they're what? Keeping themselves stagnant and stuck. When all answers come from within, darling dear, you feel it in your tummy, in your solar plexus. Another shuffle. Okay. Giving and receiving, darling dears. This is the Six of Pentacles in Tarot, in the upright, I might add. This is a season for you to what? Be like this. To receive all that the Most High has planned for you, darling dear. The plans you made in the past. God laughed. Why? You was the strongest soldier. You had the hardest task to overcome. All whilst not what? Getting smoked, darling dear. Not getting smoked. The Six of Pentacles in the upright also speaks about what? Power as well as money, darling dear. Skrilla.com. And it also speaks some relationships are about to be balanced out. It also speaks of what? The buying or purchasing of a home, a new domicile, a new business. Something major is coming towards you, a contract, darling dear. Because why? Gebo is about contracts and partnerships. The energy of the Scorpio, darling dears. Releasing what no longer serves you, or somebody's trying to what? Release some kind of energy. The Six of Pentacles could also speak about the breadcrumbing, darling dear. Realizing the mistake after you what? Left and didn't come back. We also have what? The Seven of Cups, darling dears. This speaks about what? Daydreaming decisions. Some of you have a major decision to make around a monetary project. Something that you've worked hard on, darling dears. And what? You was in service to others. When you give back, darling dears, this is one of the key requirements of the Most High, is to give of thyself, but not give all of thyself. Share your energy, your words, your good spirit, darling dears, because you will always get it back. Somebody is under judgment because they overgave in a situation that they had no business being in. They did not choose wisely. Eight of Swords. Judgment, darling dear. Mental prison. Nothing like time for you to what? Think about the paths you took. The one that you should have taken. But then again, when I say should, you can say should so many times till you end up shoulding on yourself, which they did, darling dears. Unable to go through what? The rebirth. Unable to really truly understand their role in circumstances. Still in victim mode, darling dear. The options that they have, darling dear, are helpless and hopeless. Seven of Swords in the reverse, darling dear. They gave to many. They're clearly looking at what they did, the words they spoke, the actions that they made, and wanting to release or what? Separate themselves from what they done did. But it's not working, darling dears, because they refuse to choose wisely. Feeling extremely restricted and stuck in a situation, held within what? Ruminating thoughts. Lonely, darling dears. Lonely. And that's the truth, Ruth. I can't make it up. This is also what? The Five of Swords. But it's on this particular deck, you have an Ace of Swords in the picture. This speaks about what? In the reverse, a sword is about a lie. This is the one-upmanship. This is the what? The unkind words. A situation that you simply had to what? Release and wash your face like David. They're all under judgment, darling dear. Fighting, arguing, rehashing old shiznai that was out before donkey killed Philippe, darling dears. But yet they are not learning the lesson that they was meant to learn, because when you gamble and lose a big cat, it's like grapes, darling dear. It takes a while to ferment. A lot of thought is going into a situation. Somebody wants to release some kind of stalemate that they're having with you at this moment in time. Some will try to what? Release the situation by offering something to you. It could be money, it could be services. Pentacles is something that is tangible, darling dears. Somebody also wants you to open your home to them. Or you may even be considering, some may be considering it, because you're dealing with somebody who is what? Helpless and hopeless. But you have to remember, Sometimes these helpless and hopeless people or personages, darling dears, you try to save them, they will drag you down into the mire. Remember what I said? Spirit, energy, and vibe. Trust your discernment and your intuition in that situations, because there is two paths you can take. One will take you down to the crevice of the devil's balls. The other one will give you spiritual ascension. And this is what we are all here to seek. The fool's journey. Somebody had options, darling dears. They took a risk to be amongst many. Many that were bottom feeding, darling dear, lying, not perpetrating whom they truly were, mask wearers. Nothing like time for you to see exactly what's going on. We'll clarify these cards in a moment. Yeah. And here you are, big cat. The Ace of Pentacles. One ring to rule them all, darling dears. A new beginning, options, opportunities. A new beginning in what? Your mental health. You're thinking more clearly, darling dears. From helpless to hopeless to bending the matrix. They're not getting their wish fulfillment, darling dears. Overindulging in drugs, alcohol. Intimate one-night stands, darling dears. Not realizing that when you give of your body, darling dears, you give up a piece of your essence and create soul ties. Wondering why they're confused? They're confused because they wasn't grateful for what they got. And God put in a rejection for your protection. Let's get another deck and dive into these peccadillos, eh? Face of the deck. Yeah, big fat missed opportunity. Make the budget just stay with them. Yeah. Now they see. Now they see. They don't see nothing yet. We at liquor. Give me one on the giving and receiving, darling dears. Give me one, most high. Yeah. Some of you are about to be shown whom your true love first kiss will be in this season, darling dears. This is about what is seeking you. You're already sorted out from within, darling dears. This is bringing the caduceus into your own life. Balance. After the betrayals you've been through, you had the foresight to cut the cord. Seven of Swords. This also speaks about being stabbed in the back many times. You sat at many tables amongst those that weren't even worthy to be in your presence. Know this, they are under judgment. As you cut that cord, what did you release? What did the big cat release? Bad energy, darling dears. Moon card. The fake friend, the fake disingenuous family member, the lying snake of a lover, darling dears. They didn't understand that you have two wolves you can feed. They chose to feed the darkness and wanted you to go along with it until you realized what? How now, brown cow? You don't have to stay in any situation that is bringing you down. Remember I told you that. A lot of untruths being told about you, darling dears. Some people are saying that you have no focus, that you're dreaming, that you're crack on crazy. Crazy because you're not putting up with what they're giving you, what they're serving you, which was less. It wasn't fit for the requirement of a big cat, which is trust, love, and respect. Something you gave freely to the wrong people until you didn't. What did I say? They didn't choose wisely. Daydreams and decisions, eh? Ideas of grandiose, eh? They are filled with regret, and regret is not remorse. I've told you this many times, my dear big cat. They didn't believe that you would turn around, big cat. You turned around. You did a 180. And then you doubled down and did a 360 because you have to understand what you overcame. Solo dolo, darling dears, like the boys or girls on the pole. It doesn't matter if you've got a best friend. It doesn't matter if you had a good confidant or even a counselor, until you realize that the Two of Cups that was behind you, what you are seeking, was being gifted to you by Spirit, darling dears. The chance to what? Accept the rejection and cut the cord and communication. No longer sitting in the seat of wondering, what if? What if you'd stayed? Where would you be now? Would you be sitting in the seat of self-respect, self-reliance, and abundance? Ten of Swords. It fell on the Fool. They was a fool, darling. They're foolia when they betrayed you. This is someone that took a leap of faith towards the younger lover, took a risk and a chance. And now they have to remove their own swords of betrayal, as they have to ruminate the judgment that they sit in, darling dears. What's their biggest regret? Might as well ask. Yeah, because they're crying into their fist. Luke 62:22. Their biggest regret, darling dear, that they didn't give you the same energy. This is somebody who was emotionally blocked, darling dear, stunted possibly from childhood. It depends on whom's hip he was whelped at, darling dears. Yeah, Nine of Cups on its face, represented by Jupiter as well as Pisces energy. Something is restricted and stagnant in their life, darling dear. They're emotionally restricted. Somebody's extremely unhappy at this moment in time, feeling extremely lonely and possibly even helpless. Helpless, why? Because they can't get the attention of a big cat again, not the way they once had it. And they will watch you, darling dears, feeling betrayed as you go into the partnerships and unions you truly deserve, ones which are on your spiritual pay grade as a volunteer to this Malkuth. So what's the helpless and hopeless? You already know who they are, darling dears. You're highly intuitive. Some of you are high priest or priestess. You already know who these person or people are. Helpless and hopeless in the paradigms they created for themselves. The same Maya they wanted you to fall in. They dug that hole, but when they dug it, they should have made it a double wide, because they went into it before you even dared look at it, darling dear. You went within. You sit between the two pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin, for completion and beginning. You have direction, you have two paths, darling dears, but you have to get your mind right. Remember, spirit, energy, and vibe. Base of the deck, darling dear. 2 times. They're thinking about you, darling dears. They're thinking about the ending of a situation, and they are mentally trapped. 2 different decks. 8 of Swords, darling dears. Under the Judgment, much. They know that you're intuitive. They would like to approach you. Some of them are trying to put it together, but they don't know what they can possibly offer you to get your full attention again. They don't know. So therefore they cry alone, darling dears, as you had to cry alone. But I told you, if you're crying now, rub them beaches in. They are the best skin tightener this side of the universe, darling dears. Those tears that you cry from your soul, didn't go wasted. They were counted by your ancestral team, because your ancestors respect you. You know why? You did something that they didn't do. You chose to come back after you'd already bent the matrix in a past lifetime, darling dear. All these people that you have coming in and out of your life causing controversy, you've been amongst them in different lifetimes. Sometimes you've been a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, and it's always been different paradigms. And you saw them on that hamster wheel, and you tried to what? Take them from their overindulgences, show them what true love was, true support. You have respect. Your words and your actions carry spiritual weight. Present energy. Always pay attention to the face of the character on the card, darling dears. You are spiritually gifted. You are spiritually strong. But divine is telling you again, use your discernment. Use your intuition. And never you forget, law number 4 of the 48 laws of power. Say less. Always say less. Your actions. This is you, darling dears, coming out of the ruminating thoughts as it sits in juxtaposed position, darling dear, to the Ace of Pentacles. The opportunities and gifts, the new health, the new lease on life as you walk for an archway of trees. Trees are grounding, darling dear. Trees are wise. Don't fear those that are crying, darling dears. Fear those that have wiped those tears in, rubbed them bitches in, and are now wise. You had to trust in the face of what? Heinous gossip, backstabbing, being betrayed. You had to take that leap of faith into thyself. I told you, God is very tricky. God will hide inside, God hid inside of all of us. But you had to get quiet. When you got quiet, darling dears, you was gifted with all of the strength of your ancestors. Not only that, I told you many times, you was a volunteer. You are supported. They don't like the fact that you're intuitive. Many are what? Mentally trapped. Because you use your intuition. Some of you may be in or have a spiritual business. You could be tarot readers, darling dears. You could be energy workers, whatever it is. They're upset and all they can do is think about you. The Swords also speaks about internet, watching you, darling dear, and everything they see, they feel tired. Seven of Swords. On its face, darling dear, speaks about what? Seeing clearly, being freed up in your mind, no longer having the ruminating thoughts. This is you understanding the betrayal because it came in fast and hot. Five of Swords, one-upmanship, verbal abuse, mental abuse. They criticized you, darling dears, till you felt like a fool. Putting their own low self-esteem on you. They are under judgment. Remember, I told you that. All while God is giving you what? Options. Nothing like options, darling dears, and infinite possibilities. But you have to turn your back. And daren't you look back? Remember Lot's wife, Salt Bay. They would love to come back into a situation, darling dear, but they are unhealed and they come with what? Cohorts. Attachments. And blame. Clarify seek the truth on its face. Somebody who's afraid to see the truth or even speak the truth, darling dears. As you think about things more clearly. Yeah. You're so clear, you're focused on your long-term goals. Your ships will surely come in. Three of Swords. I said Three of Swords. Meant to come out, darling dear, Freudian slip. Focus on your long-term goals. Don't look at the heartbreak that they caused you. They are under judgment. Remember, I told you that your back is turned. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. The Three of Wands also speaks of what? Preparation. Be prepared because something is coming towards you at a hot trot. Wands is what? The fastest moving, darling dear. Yeah. It speaks about you being concerned with what? Your priorities. Being impassioned by your creativities. Whatever it is for you, darling dear. Your ship will never stop sailing, but you have to focus on the future. Oh, everything nearly threw up. Why? This touched the Fool. Gosh. Divine is telling you, this leap of faith, this risk you took, this chance you took on yourself, goes to Five of Wands. They put you in competition where you didn't compete, darling dear. You gave them back the wood and chose you. You chose the Most High. You chose your infinite possibilities. Leave them under that judgment. The judgment is to watch you win. Two of Swords. I keep talking about the swords. It come out again, Two of Swords. Somebody's feeling indecisive. Well, guess what? If you sit down indecisive and not taking action, Two of Wands, take that action. Take that leap of faith. You have what it takes. You are protected. You are guided. You have the whole world in your hands. But this is about active movement. Don't sit there too long on your ideas. The ones that come to you in the middle of the night, those things that tell you to turn left when you wanted to go right. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your discernment. Pay attention to the signs and signals. No longer holding on to the short, temporary stick, darling dear. You're looking for something more firm and stable, but everything comes from within. Until you are firm and stable in your mind, Seven of Swords in the reverse. Look at all of these ones. Just for you, big cat. Challenging circumstances and situations. Divine wants you to put every one of them down. Know this, darling dear. As you release those burdens that were put upon you, judgment is being called. Because your back is no longer bent. You're able to look in the mirror and see how beautiful you truly are from the inside out. Sucks to be them right now. It does. What's this one-upman shit? Listen, what did I just say? They're all under judgment, blood. There's 78 cards in a tarot deck, darling dears. And my cards don't ram. I tell you all of the time, I'm a high priestess. I didn't know who I was until I turned 50, half of 100, when I pushed myself away from the table of fucking ease. You're going to be gifted with more options, but you have to choose wisely. The judgment speaks about what someone wants, someone or someone's wanting to be Mac the knife and return to your life. Remember, they are under judgment, and if you allow them back, you're telling the universe, even though you've bent the matrix and become a volunteer and you came back, you are telling the universe, the Most High, Father, God, Mother Isis, that you want to be back in the melee for rinse and repeat. Remember, I told you that. It also speaks about what? You are under a divine calling, darling dears. It's not for anyone else to understand. It wasn't a conference call. Seven of Cups, two different decks, darling dears. The hardest thing to understand in a situation that you intuitively knew was not right for you, the mental entrapment, the blame, shaming, the hurtful things they said and did, darling dears. The hardest thing to understand is to let go and let God. I need another card on that. Ace of the deck. Your loyalty, darling dears. They want somebody loyal as you, or you. Oh. They're all trapped in their emotions, darling dear. They want to offer you a cup of love now. They want to offer you love. They see you as their what? Their heart's desire. But they also see that your shapely back is turned. Gone from the 9 to the 8 of Cups. A situation that was what? Emotionally draining. You cried many tears until you what? Took that cup and collected them, darling dear. And drank of the cup of self-love. They know that you love yourself. They know that you're fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. They know all of these things. That you pee, glitter, shit cupcakes and fart rainbows. They would love to be in your energy. Gone from the 9, the 8 to the 7, darling dears. Going back, they want you to go backwards, and they will tell you what? The grass is pink with orange stripes, just to get your attention. Coming in with what? The compliments, the this, the that. Be wise, darling dears, and use discernment. This is your chance for a new beginning. You get to have the fool's journey again, with your third eye buffed up to a bishin shine. Highly intuitive. Trust your intuition and your discernment in every situation. And if you're feeling lonely at this moment in time, big cat, you need to do some more work on yourself. There's the big difference between lonely and alone. And when you are alone, you are never alone. You have your security, your ancestral team. All you have to do is call them. Call them. Take that leap of faith. Take that step. They are here to assist you. They've been dispatched by the Most High Father God. You have a divine calling on your life. Know this. I nearly put those back like this. That's meant to go there. Somebody was definitely a fool and they're under the entrapment of judgment. Clarify this, Queen of Cups. I said Queen of Cups. Your loyalty, darling dears. Hey! Yeah. Nurturing, loving, abundant, knowing your worth and adding tax. You are the Empress. Whether you are male or female, you are embodying that energy. The Empress, why not be the Empress? Why? The Empress, their feminine energy, rules the subconscious mind. This means that you've been using the right affirmations, telling yourself the right things in order to be where you are, sitting on what? The abundance of the grass being green, darling dear, under thee. And all they want to come and give you is breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs from a broken soul. Remember I told you that? These people from the past, from yesteryear, the same said ones that wanted you to go in the double wide coffin, yes, baby. And guess what? You was going to be on the bottom bunk, looking at their crack for air, until you said, how now, brown cow? Know your worth and add tax, darling dear. I nearly said text. You're about to get a message. They're going to lay it on thick, darling dears. Oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. And everybody's hateful. Yeah. The same hate they gave you in your face when you was there giving a true love's first kiss. You'll always love them, big cat. Don't lie to yourself. You will always love the person you thought they were. But from a distance. Keep your back turned, darling dears. They are under judgment. You are being gifted with opportunities and a new beginning. These same said ones wanted you barking at passing cars. They wanted to isolate you, to make you feel lonely when they didn't realize in your loneliness you called out, you took the knee. You're a volunteer. God will hear you before anyone else's cry. Remember I told you that. And your tears were counted. So don't feel no way about turning your back. That emotional turmoil that you was in, it wasn't easy to walk away from those situations and circumstances. It was not easy. 2 different decks, darling dear. But you did it like a boss. The energy of the 2 is what? The High Priestess, who runs all of the 2s. Move into a more emotionally stable situation. So they are feeling what? Directionless and rejected by you, darling dears. They should have understood the assignment when you became quiet. Nothing like a quiet cat in your presence, darling dear. That's when you are starting to what? Emotionally distance yourself from a situation. And that's the truth, Ruth. All they can do is think about you. The cup they should have taken and appreciated. The cup they should have held high as the what? The first place, darling dear. They know the truth of the situation. They know what they did. They pushed you out of something that you would have never left behind, darling dears. You would have never done what they did to you. It's making me feel like I want to cry. And you know I'm going to have to rub them bitches in. They know what they did. And they would love for you to come back. You are a big, fat, missed opportunity. Well, they're going to have to miss you for air as they try to replace you. And every friendship, every lover they get will be what? Will be what? The mirror image of their true self, darling dear. This is why they're crying. Yeah, they got options, I told you. But they don't want them cups. They don't want it. Because it's not your cup, darling dear. The humble cup. The same cup that Jesus drank from, the wooden one. Not the ones with the diamonds and golds attached to it. The humble cup. It's just started to rain. It's a blessing. Can you hear it? Every time it rains is a blessing. As soon as I finish this read, we're going to run out into the garden and cleanse off what needs to be cleared. Move on, darling dear. Because they are sorry. You remove generational curses, and this is what the creation of generational wealth. The Pentacles also speaks in the mind. Some of you have the gift of the gap. You are speaking what you went through, darling dears, and you are healing with your every word. Why? Because your actions back up the same words. They're sorry, man. Sorry and missing. And it's not, there's no need for a police report. No. Yeah, King of Wands, seeing you from, listen. King of Wands is somebody who loves the attention of others. And they are watching you. Pentacles is online. And everything they see about you is keeping them stuck. You're also going to be hearing of what? A king of Wands is going to be going to prison. Some kind of fraud about money. Some kind of monetary gain, or removing somebody's tangible objects. They're a pilferer, a thief. And they're on a knife's edge. Four of Swords. They're not healing. They are unhealed. They're under judgment. Tell them at the back. Somebody call the spiritual police. Hey, someone did. You did, big cat. Look what fell off the deck. Because of the lies. The confusion. The fighting. The arguing. Moon on its face is also pointing to someone who was hypercritical. Why? Because they thought they thunk he was less than. You hear the rain picking up, guys. You don't want no more partnerships with them. You've completed your contract. You came back to help them, darling dears. And they spit on you. They're under the judgment of karma, darling dears. Karma to watch you bend the matrix. It's like the wind is agreeing. The more I say the wind and the rain picks up, listen, everything is a sign. Pay attention, darling dears. Let's get some more cards on this tablet and see what else is going on. Please excuse me while I tidy this up, darling dears. I don't mean to take up your what auspicious time. That is what co-creating and bending the matrix. But you know how it goes. Let's get another deck. Can use the Psychic Tarot deck again. Look what's on the base. You, darling dear, the Ace of Pentacles. This is you. Realize what you command. Your words carry spiritual weight. Every action is guided. Why? You understood your calling. You understand your role. And your role is what? To get what you truly deserve, your heart's desire. But you have to give up what is not working for you. Never you forget, my dear big cat. Rejection is protection. Divine would not shut a door without giving a window. And who God bless, no man can curse. Remember I told you that. 183 in the chat, darling dears. Please hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying this read. As the big cats assemble. Why is this gone all wavy? It wasn't this annoying before, but good God, it's really stepped it up today, guys. Some more energy on those under judgment. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, ooh. Nine of Swords. They know what they did, darling dear. And in the upright, this is what? Suffering in silence. No, babe, they're telling things. They're blaming you for their displacement. They're blaming you for a lack of what? Progress in their life. All because they didn't want the situation to end. World card on its face. Yeah. Represented by Earth and Saturn energy, as well as the fixed energy of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio and Aquarius. Fixed energy on its face speaks about someone who's not organized. And they are not respected in the world they've created, darling dear. The world where they can't even trust their own left hand. Because, listen, we already saw the Five of Swords. This person breadcrumbed you, darling dear. This is the lack of progress they're getting in their life. And that, what? They're under judgment, darling dear. Major arcane, I told you. They're not loving the judgment, and they would do anything. This is somebody that's going crack on crazy in their cranium because they know what they did. Situations that should have been give and take, they breadcrumbed you. Judgment is wicked in a way. Wicked, and it's for them. Yeah. They can't move on from you, darling dear. They're lacking in direction. What's this? Three of Pentacles. Because you're no longer in union with him. You are not sharing energy. You're not sharing words. You're not paying any attention to the ministrations that they're doing to catch your attention, darling dear. Why? The Three of Pentacles tells you that you are the red light, green light champion. Yeah. You understood the assignment was to let go. And Divine was about to what? Gift you with everything. Once you let go. They can't move on from you, darling dears. They are stuck. Clarify the breadcrumbing. Clarify the breadcrumbing, please. Yeah. Big cat. They should have sowed that seed with you. I told you, you are Earth angel. You were sent here to heal. This is the Temperance, Sagittarius energy in the upright, the only weaponized zodiac. They wish they planted the right seeds with you, but it's too late. It's too late, Temperance. It also speaks about what? Your life experiences. You was guided to go through those experiences because you chose to be a volunteer, darling dear. Those experiences was to put you back on your purpose. And you are about to be gifted with what? Honest companions, like-minded souls. This race was not for the swift, it was for the tortoise cat. I told you that. 199 in the chat. Please leave a thumbs up, darling dears. Ace of the Dead, good God. Nine of Pentacles. They're not getting their wish. They are amongst the what? The codependent, the easily swayed, the feeble-minded, the dull-eyed ones. But they are not the ones that they want. These people or personages have the body, but you have their mind. Nothing. What did I just say? You have their mind. Awareness is represented by the magician in tarot, darling dears. With your badass alchemist ways, you have their mind. What's this lack of progress? Might as well look seen as we're here. Yeah. They can't reach you where you are. Because you're the Empress. You are what? Operating on your subconscious mind. This is how you change your paradigms, darling dears. And Divine wants you to what? Pay attention to your dreams. The lightning alone should tell you. Confirmation of what I'm saying. Pay attention to your dreams. Nurture what is nurturing you, darling dears. And don't be afraid to walk alone, because in your aloneness you have nobody to what? Corrupt your mind, your next step, right? And betray you. The Empress does not beg for attention. All eyes are on you. Never you forget that. They will never, ever, ever get over losing you. Present energy. Look at this. This is a thruple of major. Well, 4. It's a thruple here, but this makes 4. 4 is the energy of what? The Emperor. You are the whole army and the foot soldier. You need no backative to understand your assignment. You took up that role. I just felt it in my solar plexus. Lightning. Do you hear it? Confirmation of what I just said. Some of you are mothers, darling dears. And you're having to what? Carry the unhappiness of your progeny because the other parent is refusing to be a co-parent because they lack progress in their own life, darling dear. So they have to get at you through the progeny. Well, guess what? You are now Muda Fuda, Fuda Muda. Divine will provide all you need because you volunteered for this. And your progeny volunteered to be your children because they knew that you was God's what? Favorite child, darling dear. God's masterpiece, Ephesians 2:10. Yeah, look, all of this major arcana. Happiness expert, your vibe being raised. People around you, they don't realize that your energy raises up people's vibes. That's why they got ideas, right, above their station. They thought the energy was coming from them, but no. How now, brown cow? It was the love that you showed them. You gave them true love's first kiss. And now you give them your back. Hey, when they ate you, you nine them. Look at all of these major arcanas coming out as they're going through tower moment after tower moment. There's 78 cards in a tarot deck. Only 22 major arcana, right? On this table now you've got 3, 6, 7, 8, right? 8 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Sorry, 9. Out of 11 cards, darling dear. 11 is what? The number of what? Understandment, yes. And it's also of what? Synchronicity and being inspired. Major, major, major numerological number. It's also what? My life path. Some of you are 11s, darling dear. And all they can do is think about the decisions that they made, the choices that they made over you. You don't need to do a thing except be you, darling dear. They will always remember how they treated you like a small fry when you was always the big cat. Use your intuition, darling dear, because you have incoming. They're coming back, darling dear. We are in Mercury retrograde and it begins for us in the UK on the 10th of September. For some it begins tomorrow on the 9th. But it's retrograding in Libra, as I said, the house of partnerships. They're going to try and right the wrongs. They will find no victory with you, darling dear. We already saw the 9 of Pentacles on its face. They've already got a horde, a whole village of idiots that they can choose from, but not all of that whole village can make up you. Hear the thunder and the lightning. As Father God Most High confirms my every word. Big cat, always know your worth. And attacks, they're under judgment. Keep your back, your shapely back turned. This is what the 4 of Wands, as you get what? An 11-11 fade. Remember I told you that. A firm foundation. A new beginning for you. But you daren't look back. Remember Lot's wife. Divine gave you 2 windows when he shut that door. And it was shut for a reason. They're going through the tower moments, darling. A lot of internal conflict, undecisive, not making the right decisions for them. But that's their business, blood. You make sure that you what? Keep your third eye buffed up to a bitchin' shine. Compliments from the wicked is like what? A knife to your heart, darling dears. It's not true and it's not meant. It's only because you got away. They don't, it's not because they want you the person. They want what you've got. You had the Ace of Pentacles, 2 different decks, darling dears. It's not on you. This change, this new beginning, this abundance, this prosperity, this discernment. It's in you. It is in you. careful with your energies as you go forward on this Malkuth, darling dear, because you are a beacon. Why? Because you've got you're serving hermit, right? Somebody who has a deep spiritual understanding. You understood the spirit, the energy, and the vibe. You are standing out for being different, darling dears. This is what they want. They want the accolades that you achieve by the sweat of your proverbial balls. Yeah. And even you might say, but I haven't achieved that. Yes, you have. If you've got peace, something that can't be bought or bartered, if you've got the space where you can be silent and listen to your higher self, if you've got the space to tap into your creativities and bend the matrix, you have everything. Remember, I told you that. You have everything. And they have nothing, darling dear. Because all they can think about is you. And this is a season of resolution. Yes, baby. Freedom for you. Painful ending for others. So you take the time to nurture yourself, darling dear. Do something lovely, fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely for yourself today. Confirmation by the light, by the thunder. Never you forget, you are the empress. Whether you are male or female, you are working in a subconscious kind of a way, darling dear. The subconscious is what runs your breathing, your blinking, your everything, darling dears. You work with that. Why? It brings you closer to spirit, the infinite source of infinite possibilities and abundance. And if you are being left to co-parent your progeny, best thing they could have done. So you stand strong, big cat, and never you forget, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. The airplane again is a message. You are flying high. And they want to what? Fly on your coattails. And what? Bask in your energy. When you gave it to them freely, what did they do? What did they do? Continue to what? Isolate yourself from those that no longer are on your spiritual pay grade. You ain't got the energy all the time, nor are you coming back to rinse and repeat. You tried. You did try. And now they're what? Trying and missing. Somebody call the police. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. 221 in the chat. Fist bump. Yes, baby. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat. They're under judgment. Don't go with them, big cat. Don't be fooled by the what compliments from those that are airbenders with a slash they dare call a mouth. Remember what they did, but don't live on it. And don't stay there too long, big cat. You get up. You get up off your back. You were sent here to be great. You were sent here to heal. You have healing in you, darling dears. Give it to those that deserve it, and divine will put them on your path. But you have to hold your gangster, big cat. You are never alone. Call your ancestors. Call them.